There are a few alcoholic drinks that you can have without worrying about calorie intake. Most people going on a low-calorie diet tend to think that they have to cut out any type of alcoholic beverage. Be sure to watch this video in its entirety to find out how to prepare a low-calorie drink at home. Who said cutting calories means you can't have a refreshing drink? These are some of the lowest-calorie alcoholic drinks. Diet Gin and Tonic. If you can't part with tonic water, keep the calories low by choosing the diet type. Regular tonic is rich in sugar and calories, but you can cut at least 60 calories by choosing a diet tonic and a splash of regular tonic. You could also swap it with sparkling water. Get creative with your garnishes by topping them with a sprig of fresh rosemary or a slice of grapefruit to lend them more flavor. The presentation and taste will keep you satisfied. This drink has a total calorie count of 120. White wine. White wine can be an easy low-calorie sip, as long as you stay away from sweeter varieties like Rieslings or Prosecco. Dry white wines such as Pinot Blanc, Chardonnay, Pinot Grigio, and Sauvignon Blanc are better low-calorie versions. They're just as satisfying as other alcoholic beverages that are higher in calories. This drink has a total calorie count of 121. Some recommendations of white wine are Aveline Organic White Blend, or if you're not sure what type of white you like, you can take a tasting quiz at Bright Cellars, a wine delivery service, to find your perfect sip. Red wine. Yes, of course red wine was coming right after white wine. Percentages of alcohol, including red wine, can be a component of a healthy and balanced way of life. Are you, however, undermining yourself with a heavy-handed put? It's very easy and also very common. Sticking to the proper serving size, 4 ounces, as well as having only 1 glass of wine at rest, will undoubtedly aid in calorie management. It's an excellent option in terms of calories. Opt for drier varieties like Sangiovese, Cabernet Sauvignon, as well as Pinot Noir. These often tend to be lower in sugar and also calories. Red wine has a total of 125 calories per serving. Martini. Like red wine, sections matter here. A traditional vodka or gin martini is around 120 calories. However, that is a single shot of alcohol, and also around 1/3 of an ounce of vermouth is included. While martinis are notoriously strong, nutritionists say that can be an advantage when it involves calories. Drinking such a powerful cocktail probably means you'll drink it slower than a sweeter drink made with juice or syrup. If you desire a little flavor in the mix, nutritionists advise including a twist of lemon to infuse a citrusy taste, or making your drink filthy with a splash of olive juice. It only includes about 5 calories. A glass of martini comes with only 120 calories. Light beer. Not all beer will give you a belly. Light beers tend to be around 50 calories less than regular brews. Although this may not sound significant, it is when you're pairing a glass of beer with dinner. Adding unnecessary calories from liquids can prevent you from meeting your desired health goals. In general, the lighter the beer, the better. Beer's often considered the best bloat bringer, but it might not be all that poor. In one research study of over 70,000 females, scientists found that those that consumed modest amounts of beer had lower blood stress than those who consumed white wine or spirits. Typically, the darker the beer is, the more calories it contains. In other words, stick with saisons kinds of wheat, and sours over stouts when you can. Depending on the brand, a glass of light beer will generally have around 103 calories. Pared down margarita. Margaritas can be calorie bombs thanks to the use of lots of sugar and triple sec. Pre-made mixers can also be an issue due to high sugar content. To get around that, nutritionists recommend using fresh lime juice, tequila, and a dash of agave syrup on the rocks. Nutritionists affirm that with this drink, you'll keep the sugar and calories down. Want to add some nutrients to the mix? Nutritionists recommend using avocado, mango, and orange juice for a big dose of essential vitamins and minerals that might help fight wrinkles and cancer. A glass of this delicious drink will contain around 95 calories. Mojito. Mojitos normally contain about 168 calories. But Ansari says ditching the simple syrup can save you anywhere from 40 to 70 calories per cocktail. You can make this drink less than 100 calories by making it with light rum and a teaspoon of sugar, or a no-calorie sugar substitute. Adding a ton of mint, increasing the soda water, and packing in fresh lime juice also enhance the flavor without increasing calories. At the bar, simply ask the bartender to skip the syrup and add more mint and lime juice instead. Tequila and lime juice. A margarita can contain anywhere from 160 to 400 calories, depending on if it's made with fresh juice or a pre-made syrup. Most of the margarita mixes are rich in sugars and calories. For a lower-calorie take on the Mexican-inspired cocktail, Ansari recommends drinking tequila with a squeeze of fresh lime juice or paloma. It blends in juice rather than syrup, keeping calories under 200. Aim to reach for 100% agave tequila, which means it's fermented from just the agave plant and doesn't contain additional sweet sources that may up the sugar content. A few recommendations for tequila are Código 1530, Siempre Tequila, or Ritual Zero Proof Tequila Alternative. Bloody Mary. For the lowest-calorie brunch cocktails, avoid the pitcher of mimosas, which can be high in sugar because of the fruit juices. A Bloody Mary is a much better choice, but to stay away from the calories, most nutritionists suggest making the cocktail yourself. Pre-mixed, already packaged alcoholic beverages usually walk around from 200 to 400 calories. Try mixing 1 ounce of vodka with a little bit of quality tomato juice. Add just a few drops of Worcestershire and Tabasco sauces. This will maintain the sodium in a lower range while giving it more flavor. Don't hesitate to add some spices to provide heat. A small dash can go a long way. A glass of a light Bloody Mary will always contain under 100 calories. Rosé. A glass of rosé can be one of the easiest low-calorie drinks to order, as long as it's not too sweet. Try to avoid dessert rosés because they can be high in sugar. Pay attention to the alcohol by volume. The more the alcohol percentage, the more calories in any alcoholic bottle. Search for labels with lower alcohol by volume to maintain the calorie intake as low as you can. Some recommendations are Aveline, an organic wine free of additives and added sugars. If you love to drink rosé, try to get some bottles delivered to your house directly from Dry Farm Wines, purveyors of sugar-free all-natural wines. A glass of rosé has about 120 calories. Kombucha with vodka. Kombucha is now one of the most popular fermented health drinks. This is mainly because of the high probiotic amounts it contains. Kombucha is mostly mixed with tea and sweetened with sugar. This is consumed by the SCOBY, a starter bacteria. Due to it being a festive flavored drink that provides some gut health advantages, kombucha makes a great mixer with an ounce of vodka. Just be mindful of the sugar in kombucha and stick to low-sugar varieties. A glass of this delicious beverage will contain around 90 calories. Some recommendations for this drink are female-owned Luna Bay Booch Company Hard Kombucha, available in delicious flavors like Palo Santo Blueberry, Ginger Lemon, and Hibiscus Lavender. How to make low-calorie alcoholic drinks. Now that you know what to order at a bar when you're looking to cut off some calories, these are a few simple things to have in mind when preparing a low-calorie alcoholic drink at home. Focus on the flavor of the drink. Pay attention to seasonal fruit to make your drink a lot sweeter and more colorful. Also, you can include a strong taste like ginger or spice. Ginger and mint are two of the most popular ways to get some noticeable flavor at any time. In case you want to get more specific, rosemary during winter and basil in summer are also great to deliver a seasonal feeling. The secret ingredient, frozen fruit. Frozen fruit also adds flavor and color. It also adds a bit of nutritional value to your drink. Throw some frozen blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, grapes, or melon cubes into your beverage to achieve a tropical and fresh feeling. Sparkles are always going to make it better. Pouring some tonic or sparkling water gives your drink a mild effervescence to make your drink feel alive and festive. Pay attention to servings and quantity of alcohol. A single serving of beer is 12 ounces, wine is 4 ounces, and liquor is 1 ounce. Leave a comment with your favorite low-calorie drink on your way out. Cheers!